don't know how you do value creation in the same way that conventional display advertising might be described as doing it, which is adding imagery and ideas to things. That's basically what this does. Adds imagery and ideas to things. And this makes stuff where the cost of goods, like perfume is probably the most extreme example, cost of goods negligible, amount they can charge for it huge, because of imagery and ideas being attached to things. And I don't know how that's gonna work. That obviously contradicts a lot of, there's a kind of geek utopian singularity kind of free market thing, which people always posit, which is this notion that somehow there'll be, you know, when we all have perfect information, advertising will go away. You know, and the kind of, somehow the hive mind will collectively decide that we all want a Pentel 75, and we'll go and negotiate with manufacturers kind of collectively, and they'll make this one pen and we'll all have it and we'll all be happy. And you know, but that's not the world that exists. Oh, back one, sorry. And I think this is a thing to think about, because on the left, basically, that world that you can definitely deliver is about value extraction. It's about taking something somebody already wants and trying to work out how to sell it to them most effectively. The stuff on that side is about value creation. It's about making people want stuff and making them pay more for it than ordinarily they would. Now, they're both huge businesses, but the display side is more likely to be differentiating to a business than the other side, because that's a kind of zero-sum game. As soon as BMW invent a brilliant way online to reach you, talk to you, and tell you that the car you're looking for is available for less just down the road, Mercedes-Benz and Audi will also know how to do that. What they won't necessarily know how to do is to create the value in the brand. So I think that's an issue that needs to be thought about, is how you add value to a brand rather than just help people extract the value from it. Next thing. And you can see this happening on Facebook now. It's falling apart. Because I don't want you to know all this stuff about me. I didn't know that you did know all this stuff about me, and now the fact that you're using it and throwing it in my face is freaking me out. I don't know what's next. Can we click? Yes, yeah. How many people know about the uncanny valley? Any robotics degrees people here? Very good. The uncanny valley is an idea invented by a Japanese roboticist to explain the phenomenon you get. If you get increasing kind of familiarity and empathy and affection going up here, and you get human likeness along that scale, basically, as robots get more human, we like them more, yeah? So they start off just being, you know, things with wheels, not a lot of affection, but when they start to look a bit more human, we like them more. Except, it gets to a point where they get really quite human, and it starts to freak us out. And actually affection plummets at that point. Because you see it in video games, you know, like there's an NBA game where the players are really, really quite realistic, but sort of not realistic enough, and it's a bit fucking odd. It's really strange. Now he thinks that we'll eventually, as they get more realistic again, we'll come out the other side, and there'll kind of be a point where what's that? Where it's the robots, where it gets happy again. That hypothesis is in dispute because no one's built a robot that good, so no one knows. So they may just always freak us out. We don't really know. I think that's what's happening with all this engagement marketing, relationship marketing, all that kind of stuff. We're getting to the point where brands are being so familiar to us that it's freaking us out. We don't want them to know that much. We don't want to talk to us in that way. We want them to be general. This notion that somehow increased relevance will lead to a point where we stop seeing things as advertising and start seeing it as useful information, I just think it's not true. It's not going to happen. We will just see it as, the fuck do you know? What are you doing? Why are you talking to me like that way?